tougher generation.
You snap your fingers.
Give them the eyes.
Yeah.
Josh,
Good for her, not you.
Six o'clock. Welcome everyone to the July 27th business meeting of Smith Center. Has everybody had a chance to read our minutes from the July 13th meeting? Are there any additions or corrections to the? Need a motion to approve the minutes of July 13th.
second.
Moved, seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Vouchers and receipts. Everybody have a chance to review those,
Yep.
find everything in order, any problems? Those are all in order. Need a motion to approve the vouchers and receipts.
Second.
Moved, seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. In a previous and ongoing business, we have the library handicap door first.
Yeah, we have a bid from Center Glass. We've had this at the beginning of April as well. In the meantime, we tried to get an additional bid from Billy Davis. We were unable to get that bid, but the door has been out of service this whole time. It does have to be done by someone who's licensed to do these. So we're asking just to proceed with the bid from Center Glass.
See the bid, council, $4,800 from Center Glass. Comments, council? Everett? Got any comments on this?
That's our only.
Can we get a little partial help from Schrader Board?
Possibly. I've talked to the Schrader board a lot about doing some more capital expenses for the Schrader. I'm sure they would be on board to help, if not. I just don't want to speak on their behalf because I haven't spoken to them about it yet.
Just for giggles here, I'd throw out let's ask the Schrader Board for half, but let's go ahead and approve this 4,800 tonight. I'm gonna ask them for half.
I think that's great.
They won't meet again until October. So,
Well, then just have to get reimbursement.
but yeah,
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Moved, seconded to go ahead and accept this bid for 4,800 with.
Yeah, with,
Yeah, with the Schrader request.
Put a request to the Central Schrader Board for 2,400.
perfect.
Good, that's the motion. Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. We have the pay project for water supply. Just had that.
There are 3 pay requests in here. Karina, who was previously with Northwest Kansas, she is no longer with Northwest Kansas. She now works for Wilson and Company. So we have a new person who is helping us with these, and she is falling behind a little bit. So I got 3 pay requests. These are from the beginning of the year until now, which these will be submitted. We get reimbursed from the loan, and then we will pay them. So
So Wilson's gonna do it for us? Instead of-
no, we have to use Northwest Kansas because we already have a administration agreement with them. So this is how we've done it. This is why we received 3 at one time instead of the typical 1 every quarter.
Is this for the bids on the project?
This is for
Or the others, right?
what we owe them, what we owe Wilson and Company so
But
far.
we have never gotten anything from Northwest, have we?
Yes, we agreed to that
Yeah.
in November or
Mhm.
October of last year. We signed the agreement to
Yeah.
proceed. This is for the water line.
The main water line.
Oh, I was thinking of salaries.
Oh, no, this is just for engineering and engineering expenses right now.
That's what
On
I
the
was,
transmission line from Gibbon.
Yes.
Mhm.
and all three of these are for engineering?
Yes.
This is just one.
So this is one, it has two, the 39,839.46 has two invoices on it. The one behind it for 15,661 has the third invoice on it.
What's our total?
I can,
A lot,
39,
plus 15.
plus 18.
Well, they got. There's 39 there, 15 here.
Yeah.
There's more.
No, it's just those two, so the total should be,
I thought there was three.
so the 39 has two invoices on it. One of
Oh.
the invoices was 29.48, the other one was the difference.
Oh,
The third one is 15,661 for a total of 501.32.
So the total of these invoices, shall we do them one at a time?
Yeah, if you want to do each three of the invoice numbers, the first one is 148,567 for 20,948.
Comments on that invoice, council? Invoice 148,657.
I'll make that motion to move for 148,567 invoice for 20,000. 948 to be paid.
Second.
Moving seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Tracy, you want to do the next one?
Yeah, I'll move that we,
Which is,
or make that motion to, is that the 14?
This one would be 18,891.46.
Okay. I'll make a motion that that one gets moved also.
18.8.
I didn't see that.
So that is the second invoice. So the 39,839.46, if you subtract the 29.48, that is the second invoice, the 149,985, which is included on this invoice here, the second invoice behind the first pay request.
Okay, what was the one you were just talking about? What was the
We're,
invoice?
149,985.
I'll make a motion that 149,985 for 18,891.46 gets approved.
Second.
Moving seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Anything else?
And then the third one, which is 15,661.86, invoice number 152180.
15,660. You got the floor, Trace.
That one there.
Is that the, yes.
What's the invoice on that?
15,
152, 180?
yes.
I'll make a motion that 152,180 gets approved for 15,661.86.
Second.
Moved seconded, all those in favor say aye. Motion carried. That finishes them up. There's a second one, loan agreement amendment. What do we got here?
So this is for the lagoon. We initially had we had a higher loan. They are saying that we can decrease our loan amount by $279,672.43 for a total new loan amount of $809,156.57. We just need to sign and agree that we are willing to pay the lesser amount.
Why did we get a less one?
The cost didn't come in as high as they expected.
Yay.
Imagine that.
A little way to run an army.
Is this, is that our?
Yes, that'd be the new amortization schedule.
Paid every 6 months, looks like.
Yes, that's what we're currently paying already on it, so.
First payment of 23,518, then it drops to 17.
Mhm.
What's the purpose of that?
I will have to look into that.
What's the purpose of what?
Well, our first payment on the amortization schedule was 23,500.
That's principal plus interest.
Right, but then the second payment it drops down to 17,308, and 17,308 carries out for the remainder of the contract. That must
Your
be-
service fee is significantly less after the first 9 payments.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes down to $584, $568, $553, $537.
Wow.
So I don't know why, but that's where you're.
That's
They get all
Money
that
is-
first.
Yeah.
front load.
Yeah.
If anybody will see this, they can have access to it.
I think we'll have it paid off in 2045.
That'll be long after I'm done.
Just saying.
I hope.
Time to start over.
Everyone hopes.
There won't be any water by then.
No, you're right.
This is where the water goes after you use it.
Go to plant.
Okay, how do we need to structure our,
I would just make a motion to approve the second amendment to the loan C 233901.
if you make that a motion, someone,
So moved.
need somebody to second that. Boone seconded to do what Brittany just said. Boone seconded, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. That takes care of that. Strategic doing,
It's just an invitation from the Community Foundation. They are inviting the council, the commission. I know that the council in Kensington is coming as well, just to do a strategic doing for the whole county to see what their ideas would be coming up, big projects over the next couple of years. They would like you guys to attend if you can.
Did they open this up to anybody? Can
Just,
anybody go to these meetings?
so for this one, from what I understand, it is just the people who are invited to this one.
I've been to 2 of those, and there's 98% of the general population has no idea what's going on and doesn't get invited. I don't think that's right. It's the movers and shakers, but I just think we're leaving out way too many people.
we'll sit down here, everyone is welcome.
From what I was told, she said it was just the people who received these, but I could be mistaken.
No, I don't think you are. I don't think you are. I've been to 2 of them. And I guess I fall the part that I'm talking about, but they asked me. Actually, they asked my wife.
Is this just?
Nope, that's just an FYI.
We have a guest here from the pool committee, Gerald, you may have the floor.
Me, okay. Well, thank you for letting me come in and speak with you. I wanted to update the council on a meeting that we had on the 21st, the pool committee. Wanted you to know that we did include Bryce and Don on that thread. They were invited to that meeting. Just for you to know, history, we've been at it for over 8 years. Some of us have been on longer than that. Just to let you know what we talked about at the meeting, we thought the free swim day was a very successful. I know they had over 100 kids during Fair Week. Donors come through to have, I think, a free swim day till the end of the season. There were more people that wanted to donate, so they added the free snow cones. So the one day they gave out 100 coupons for snow cones. I assume that's the council's call on continuing that. The swimming committee pool committee would like to see that continued. Opening up the donations, not limiting it to just the free swim day, but to go ahead and add those dollars to pool improvements down the road. So that is something that we'd like you to consider down the road. Some of the improvements that the pool committee wanted to, I guess one thing there was some suggestion of what to do with the excess funds, and that there was one suggestion out of the pool committee that opening it up an account in the pool committee's name and keeping it in there. That is a council call, of course. Suggestions for improvements are new shade for the south side of the bathhouse, a splash pad, turning the old bathhouse into a picnic area, and a basketball goal. Also suggested, I don't know whose call this is, but to get the elephant back up to the park. And if we need to do that, just let us know. I think maybe the grass is still being taken care of, so maybe it's not ready yet.
I don't think we'll know what that's like till next May,
Next May? Okay. All right. Well, that's what.
because I haven't seen any buffalo in there yet. I don't know.
Okay. That's what was planted, was buffalo?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We talked, really the gist of the whole meeting was to plan a dedication. We got the, our little sister is ordered the bench. We finally decided what would go in. The wave is up, of course. We got a picture of Arloa up to Stansbury's, so he can get that done. And then there was going to be a dragonfly. So this is kind of what activated us up to try to get thought we needed to hurry to get the dedication ceremony done. However, thank goodness that Joe said his kids want to attend. So we talked about going next year, kind of extending it out again. So I decided the opening weekend of the pool, we could get that done. I don't know what day that would be. Memorial Day's on the last day of the month in May, or last weekend of the month. I hope it could be a week before that, but of course that's you guys' call. I guess I'm looking for some guidance from the council. We pulled up the meeting from September 25th. You have that, the minutes. There's kind of a little bit of discrepancy of what Libby had talked to you about and the way it's in the minutes, but that's the way it is. One thing I guess we need to look at is naming the block up there. It's the way I interpreted it, as Memorial Arloa Barnes Memorial Park. Now, Libby, in her speech, said some signage would be in the bathhouse. Well, I don't think that's where that needs to be. We're going to have some other signage in there of a saying that Arloa had. Right now in the bathhouse is the bench, picture of the dragonfly, and I think there's going to be a picture of the pool committee council that we had at the groundbreaking. And that brings to mind there is a conduit running down the wall that really doesn't look the best for a memorial setting. So I don't know if you guys could do something with that or not.
For electrical?
Pardon me?
What did you say it was?
There is a conduit running down the middle of the wall where the bench is going to go
Inside,
inside.
Is there a plug-in on it or something?
I would assume.
I have to talk to Jordan, see if he can maybe move it. I don't.
It would be nice.
Where's that bench located at?
It's gonna be on the west wall of the inside hallway.
I know where it's at.
That's really about
He
the only,
probably could
only
move that
place
bench.
it can go.
Or that piece of ground, because it's just half inch, isn't it?
And I don't know, maybe goes in the restroom or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'm kind of looking at the council. Did anybody have any thoughts when back in September of 2023 of how to do the Arlo Barnes Memorial Park? Were we just gonna name it in the minutes, or we're gonna put up a rock, or are we gonna put up a big old entryway?
How about the entry would be kind of a neat deal.
Well, I do too.
And where's the park gonna be located? And then just west of the bathhouse?
Well, the whole kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, to me, maybe the entrance on the east side by walking, is that where most of the people walk into
Come in.
North.
it? Are they coming in from the north?
North.
So, anybody's got any ideas or what the council has in mind?
How soon do we have to have it done by?
Well, if we're gonna do the dedication in May of next year, it'd be nice to have it done. It'd be kind of nice to have kind of a grand
Yeah.
thing for the Barneses
The direction that you're going, you want Arlo Barnes Memorial
Park.
and bathhouse.
No, I wouldn't say that. I'd just say
No.
Memorial Park.
That's not how the minutes read.
Okay.
It just stated park. In fact, Libby, that's how Libby had presented it to you as. It's just
Arlo
the block,
Barnes
the
Memorial.
block. Yeah. So, do you want to think about it? Do you want us to have the pool committee give you some suggestions?
I would like you guys to come up with it. I don't want it to be in a situation where you spend a lot of time to decide what you want, and then it comes to us and we say, no,
Okay,
I don't want that at all.
okay.
But I think you've got some good ideas, but sometimes we get too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Exactly,
Uh,
exactly.
So I would throw it back to you guys
Okay.
and decide how you would want it done,
Okay,
and then bring it back to us.
super, super.
And the shades, we were in the process of ordering 2 more shades.
Okay,
But at the time we're at now and when we were gonna get them, we're gonna wait till spring.
well, absolutely. No need of.
The first day we walked
Putting,
out there, I said, my God, there's a lot of concrete here.
Yeah, yeah. There was, I think maybe in Libby's presentation, there was a talk about some landscaping. I didn't go up there and look. I was going to drive by. I've just walked in the front of the building. I haven't gone to the west. Is there any? Would that be a desire of anyone? I know down the road, like 6 months, who's going to be taking care of it?
Well, I know, we were up there, my wife and I were up there one day walking around, and the entryway from the north, she said, it'd be nice to have some planters right here. And you would use all perennials.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
they'd come back every year, and then when
Right.
they're done, they're done.
Yeah.
There'd be no taking
Isn't
care of
the concrete clear up against the building though?
Yeah, no, I mean, right at the entryway.
Right, like there's a sidewalk comes into the entryway, have some stuff on like some pillars or
Yeah, yeah.
plant deals.
Yeah, right where you walk in.
That would be potted perennials?
Yeah.
or-
They'd be
Yeah.
planted perennials.
There,
I
there
mean,
is an area to plant some.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think what you would do is you would elevate it maybe a little bit and then fill it with some good stuff. And then plant your perennials. And they're not, I mean, guys, probably perennials aren't the most beautiful flowers, but they're coming back every year. You don't have to.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody's gonna have to go pull weeds out.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If
Yeah,
you
that's-
mix-
that's-
If you get good dirt, you
Yeah.
might not have to work.
Well, that's the
That's
worry.
that was a thought she had.
Okay. Okay,
And, well, to add something that I've thought of, I think we need a shelter house up
a shelter house?
there. Yeah. People could go in, have picnics, whatever.
Well, kind of the bathhouse, would that?
No. No, I don't think so.
Okay. There's just a lot of history in that old bathhouse.
Yeah, there is, and there's stuff we'd like to get out of there and move over to the other, but it's safe right now where it's at.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, like picnic, I don't know if that's the correct terminology. You know,
Well,
you
yeah,
got a
yeah,
roof thing
yeah,
with picnic tables
yeah.
inside.
Yeah, the pool committee would say, well, it'd be nice to have that as a shelter and then walk out into a splash pad.
Splash pad, yeah, I've thought about that too.
But we really need to do some research on that.
That would be a big, gee, I wish.
Yeah, yeah, it would be. It would be. But,
The
You
city
know.
of Mankato just did that. They just put a splash pad next to their pool and like kind of connected it to the pool so you
Really?
could talk to people over there.
Okay.
and see
yeah, we
what-
did talk to like Great Bend, I think, a
Yeah.
little bit.
I've looked
I
at
know
a
they
few
just
of
did it.
them.
They just had their grand
Oh, that's-
opening and they just turned their
Oh,
splash
that's
pad
neat.
on. So
That's neat.
they would at least, there might be some people who could tell you what
Guide
it costs
us,
and how they
guide us
did
in the
it.
And
direction.
the ones I've seen are on timers.
Yeah.
They come on like at 1 o'clock and go off at 8.
Yeah.
They're just running all day.
And it'd be my goal to have something pretty much, you don't have to take care of it, you
Right.
know. It's minimal maintenance.
You know, there's a big one there at the state fair, if you've seen that one they've got. Sterling's got a really neat one. I mean, I think it's like anything else, you can spend whatever you want on.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, we'll go back to the pool committee and see what we can come up with. I know that was an afterthought there. I threw that out because I thought we had done something, and then Libby finally came up with that presentation she did to you guys. So that's where we're at. Okay, well, then, as we get closer to the dedication ceremony, maybe we can talk about things that we'd like to have done, how special we want to make it. For me, I'd kind of like to make it pretty special.
Yeah, would you like it to be something like we had when we dedicated the pool?
That or more. Yeah, we were talking about, we were going to do grilled hot dogs, which the speed that we did that would be the easiest thing. I think maybe I threw out a sit-down dinner, council, pool committee, whatever. I mean, that's a possibility. And the Barneses, it would be the Barneses kids and her sister, as far as I know. I don't know if it.
At the pool?
Well, I don't think we'd want to do it at the
No.
pool.
Kind of defeats
No.
the purpose.
Yeah, you'd have to have it here or somewhere.
Somewhere inside.
But, you know, that's an idea. It's not set in stone. But it'd be nice to have something.
You know, I would just really
Nice.
like you guys, when you decide to be unified, it may not be possible, you know. when
Oh, I
you-
think so. We have 5 active members that,
Because I know when I used to go to it seemed like as the meetings went on, there were less and less people showed up.
yeah, but now we're down to 5.
Yeah.
And
That's probably-
they're dedicated. The
That's
5 that
probably
are
best.
there are dedicated and they come up with all kinds of ideas. So anyway, well, thank you for your time. We'll keep you upfront of what we come up with and ideas and see if we can make it work.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll make it work.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for all the effort you do with the pool committee.
Not a problem. We have a new pool and a bathhouse. And kids filling it.
Yes, they are.
Okay, our bulk water rates, is this our rates here?
Yes, so the first one is just our water rates, and then the next one is the bulk water rates. We are significantly lower than a lot of people around us, so I was going to see if it's okay if I did a study of the surrounding counties, see where we're at, if we could possibly maybe raise them.
Our bulk water rates are the fraction of what rural water is,
Yeah,
aren't they? What?
We don't sell, well, we don't sell white wool.
You don't sell bulk.
Well, I'll take that back.
The
We
co-op.
get $8 1,000.
So
$8.
that is what we charge, like, the road department.
Right, that's the
This
only
is-
thing we sell bulk.
Yeah, this is what, like, the farmers come and fill up their tanks down at the.
That probably should be a little higher.
Yeah, it's, yeah.
And I got a question, because this has nothing to do with, can you, if you sell water to a customer, can they resell that water?
That's a good question.
I
I'll
need
have to
that
look into
answer. Just for
Wow.
me.
Madam Attorney, what do you think?
Yeah, Ted, what are you thinking?
When they buy the water from you, are they paying sales tax?
No. No,
It should be. As a consumer, rural water, as a
they
consumer,
pay just a set amount. They pay a service charge for them here, just like the city. They don't tax, you don't tax our water, do you?
Yes,
It's gotta be in
yes,
there.
some of it's taxed.
Well, maybe it is that I don't know.
All right,
about
you just
it.
don't see it.
I don't see it, but it possibly could be.
well, I don't know why it wouldn't. It's
Yeah,
consumable
exactly.
good. It's-
That could, I mean, apparently somebody, I take it this is happening.
I can't, yeah, but I'm not
I
going.
don't
Okay,
know.
yeah, you're not going
Unless
forward.
there's some sort of specific law regarding this issue, which I don't know. Like, I'm not hearing where there's like, oh, that's a violation to sell something you
No,
paid
that's why I'm
for.
asking. I
And
don't
sell
know.
something that's theoretically
So-
yours.
That, yeah, you bought.
Yeah.
So Tracy, on your annual CCR report.
Yeah.
One of the questions on there is, are you selling water for resale to anyone?
Good question. I don't know. I don't know how I answered that, but I sure have said no.
Yeah,
That's
to me,
why I'm
gonna change
to
that
me,
next
that's
year.
where you're gonna get into the issue is like,
Okay, well,
where
I'm
the
gonna
sales
check
tax
into
is
it
being
then,
collected
because-
and remitted.
Yeah,
Okay,
You'd end up paying sales tax twice for the same water,
Maybe,
but there's two transactions.
maybe.
yeah, and they're selling it more than I sold it to them for.
Why didn't the people that they're paying more, why
That's what I don't understand.
why don't they just come
I
get
gotta
it?
look into it. I don't know, it's a bad deal.
but I think that individual can't be basically just like you or I. It has to be a business or a corporation or something that has to be able to.
That's all I need. That's the only question I had.
That's a good question.
This was brought up a couple months ago. We went over our review for the loan, and as long as we keep the rates the same, it should be feasible for us to continue to make our loan payments. They did recommend in there that we look into raising because it has been 12 years since we raised rates. Not necessarily saying it's a huge raise, or maybe it's something that will be raised over the next several years, just something to look into.
Well, I'm gonna share this information. I think you have to raise your rates, because I'm gonna tell you right now, water is gonna become higher than gas. Trust me, it's gonna happen. Because water shortage is, you better get paid for what you're giving them. And you might have to put restrictions too. It's getting pretty serious. I just got out of a 2-day meeting, and it's,
Ryan was very on top of this. He was like, we need to get these rates raised right away. So,
I can't believe we've gone since 2014 without having a raise.
that-
and
We
before
just
that,
bumped
it
our
was
rule.
it was much
we just
longer
bumped
before
our
that.
rural water. We had to.
When was the last time the council had a raise?
Oh, I don't know. I can look into that.
Because I think we're at the same rates that I was when I quit in 2001. When I was on the council back then.
You mean what we make?
Yeah.
No, we just got that maybe 2 years ago.
No.
I think so, Bruce.
I think so.
I'll look into it. I'll find out.
I think we did get bumped a couple of years ago, maybe 3.
Brittany will get you the answer.
I think you're great.
If we're gonna look at these rates, I think, just what Brittany said, let's compare to our neighboring counties, cities. And
I think you're gonna be surprised.
in my opinion,
I think so too.
I would much
I
rather
haven't been here. I've been
take
here
baby
for
steps in
25
this
years.
instead of taking one huge jump after it's been 20 years or whatever. This can be a softer blow to our taxpayers if we incrementally adjust for inflation and costs in smaller steps than big jumps. I mean, I don't know if you guys, before my time, but as a taxpayer, I remember when we built the water plant back in the garden. I think this was that the Gary? No, that was before that. Anyway, there was a point in time where, like on a single family dwelling, water and sewer rates went from like $19 to 40 something.
Yeah, I
overnight.
remember that.
And, some people, that's rightfully so, that's a big jump. And they just didn't stay on top of it as well as I think they should have. And we can make some small
So-
jumps instead of big ones.
What, are you thinking about changing the rates that we charge our customers for water now?
Mhm.
What is our rate?
So right now it's $29
Oh, I didn't see it.
It's on the
and
back
then
of
it's
that thing.
Oh.
70, and then it's $27.50 for sewer. So I was looking at possibly raising them both. I was looking at possibly making them close to like them each being $30. So that would make an extra $3.50 per customer per month. And that would make, with the amount of bills we sent out, that would be a substantial increase in income.
Are we charged by cubic feet instead of gallons?
Yes.
That big jump took place when they built the sewer lagoon the first one. That's when that took place.
Okay, now, explain this to me again. Okay, what is our reason to raise rates? We make money on water, don't we?
Yes, but the cost of the lines to replace them is increasing.
Like,
and
yeah,
we're not
our
getting
infrastructure is terrible.
Mhm.
And has been for how long?
Well, and you ain't gonna fix it unless you get some money to fix it.
And you said the rates have been what, for how many years?
It's been this since 2014.
Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna give rural water for an example. We just put a $1.5 million project in 2 years ago. We were gonna go broke because we had no way to pay it. We had to raise our rates. We went from $5 a thousand to $8 a thousand, which is gonna make our loan payment. Because you can't, the price of stuff is
Yeah,
astronomical.
okay, that infrastructure, I agree, but the water's not costing you anything.
The cost of goods is free, but
Yeah, exactly.
getting it here and treating it is not.
Yeah, you gotta treat it.
And you got
I would like to see how much that's gone.
Well, you got guys on the payroll you gotta keep on.
Yeah, but we pay our water guys, our
Yeah.
chlorine, all that stuff. I don't think, you have no idea.
Yeah, it
Water
don't.
plant loans,
Oh,
sewer lagoon loans.
I would agree with Chris. I mean, we're gonna go up at baby steps.
Yeah, I don't want to go up either of them. either one, but
no, I think it needs to be in a,
What hasn't went up since 2014?
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I don't want to go up either, no doubt. But we got to be able to provide good water to people, and we can't do it if we're not financially solvent in that department.
Agreed. So we gotta do something with this now?
No, it was just for me to get the okay to go around and
Oh,
ask
yeah,
everybody and
find
see
out.
I would
kind of where
find
we're
out.
at, and then,
And put it on the agenda.
yeah. So I will not be at the next meeting, but I will be at the following one, so I'll be
Do we have a monthly service charge, or is that service charge in here that to have a meter?
We charge a service charge, but it's only for turn-ons.
Oh, so you don't have a monthly meter set?
No.
Oh, see, we do. That's.
Is everything in town metered now?
Pretty much everything, yes.
Yeah, we have $35 a month just to have a meter.
And we have another disadvantage, we got to pump our water from the town away.
Yeah, 12 miles,
With
Yeah.
a whole bunch of wells.
Well,
and then-
11, or 8.
That's true.
we just dropped the generator on one of the wells just for backup. That all comes out of our reserve.
Oh, it's got.
Anyway,
They had just recommended we look into it. Like I
Yeah,
said,
I
we would be fine continuing how we are, but we run the risk of getting close if we don't
Right.
raise, so.
Share a malt beverage for Alta.
Yes, everything is in order. I didn't give you guys, I just need the approval for them to go ahead. They did sell to a different company.
Shell? Is it Shell?
It's S-Mart.
Oh.
So originally, I
heard it was
believe,
Shell.
I believe it's Shell and they're running it as a DBA, if I understand. And it'll be S-Mart 9, I believe is what they're gonna call it.
That switches over in August, I think.
S-Mart 9.
Yes. They were going to do DBA as Alta, but there was a conflict with that DBA already being used, so they had to change it.
Yep.
And that's what they came up with, I guess, so.
Okay.
Just need the approval for them to proceed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved, seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Now we'll go on our committee reports. Economic Development, Valerie, you may have the floor.
Economic Development has a few things from this last meeting. The first was, we've been working on a new construction housing program that will kind of supplement what the Innovation Center has done with their construction housing program. Several of the other local counties or communities have also established one as well. And so you'll see that I did include this as part of the packet. So the grant guidelines and application is there along with the required loan documents. This program is I guess I say it's a grant. It's technically established or follows along the same lines as the Innovation Center, where it's a forgivable loan that will be forgiven over 5 years. So the requirement is that the homeowner has to reside in that home for those full 5 years for the loan to be forgiven. We established ours as just a straight 10,000. So essentially anybody who applies for this will receive a forgivable loan of $10,000. Some other communities have done graduated ones, but the board and the housing committee wanted to go ahead and just do it as a straight amount. And so we are budgeting for this first year, if you guys approve this program, of $30,000. So where we would approve 3 different new construction home projects.
New construction?
Yes, it has to be new construction. And again, it follows the Innovation Center's guidelines. So things like barn dominiums or mobile homes do not count in this. And in regards to the loan documents, these were taken off of the kind of template I used. I know Tabitha and I got together initially. I have not had a chance since I updated them for Smith Center. I have not had a chance to touch base with Tabitha yet with our competing schedules, so.
I think you just borrowed them from another city, correct?
Yeah, and I just
Just replaced.
plugged and played pretty much.
So we'd be approving $30,000, is that correct?
But it would each, So that would be, the 30,000 would just be the entire budget essentially.
That won't take care of three.
It would take care of 3 houses.
Right. Do you have any interest in it? I mean,
Well, we haven't listed it yet or advertised it yet, but
have you had people come in and ask you about anything like that?
yes. Now, unfortunately, not within Smith Center city limits. It's been with people are building outside of the city limits on either land their family owns or what have you. But yes, there is interest in a program like this. And there are some vacant lots around town that
Yeah,
we could build
there
on,
is.
so.
And houses that someone could tear down.
That's right.
And build new on that lot, so.
Yeah.
Is it just for residential homes, or can it be like detached buildings?
No, this one is just.
City limits?
But
Yes.
the commercial revitalization, or not commercial, the residential revitalization does cover,
Would you,
you can utilize.
It's not a very big house, 12 square.
No, it's not, but, 10,000, not much when it comes to building, I think you're gonna avoid it.
Oh,
It's
The
essentially
10,000
a down payment.
Yeah, it's a
Tear
down
the
payment,
house where you're
yeah.
gonna build.
Basically, well, the 10 grand would be about, what you said. But
That'll get you started.
1,200, it's gonna be a $450,000 home when you're done.
Yeah.
1,200 square foot, even on the slab. I don't think it's out of the way, to do that. I would venture to say we won't have many applicants. But who knows, until you come up.
It's there if we do.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good thing to offer. They do have parameters in here to cover just any and everybody that's coming here to do so. Try to fill the answers. That's a good idea. I would recommend to the council we approve this program. And what you want to do, just run it for 1 year for pilot.
We'll run it for 1 year, but we want to maintain it, as you guys said, that way it's there, or,
Valerie, what's the, I'm just curious, why are you limiting the square footage?
that's just following the Innovation Center's guidelines for their program. That's what they do.
It could be more than that or less than that.
Honestly, if somebody would have more or less, it could be brought up to ED board
Okay,
and then council for approval. So the Innovation Centers does come through funding through DG Kansas in the state of Kansas, and so some of those requirements were kind of slowed down to them with what those entities were wanting. And other counties or economic development organizations who have done a similar program also stuck with the Innovation Center's guidelines. Part of it is because that way the individual, their program requires so much of a match that the individual person has to put in. And so their programs at those other economic development agencies or communities help get the person to that match percentage that is needed. So.
And I'd like Valerie just said, these are guidelines, and I would like to think that if someone wants to build a 2,000 square foot home, single family dwelling, that this guideline being limited to more than 1,600 square foot can be altered and given permission for something. It's not that. I think
The
anything
1,600
outside
was
these
just for the
guidelines-
duplexes. It
Yes,
was
Right.
3,000 for the,
1,200 to
Per-
3,000
Yeah,
on a single family.
so can someone,
Go over.
like if they were building a home in Smith Center, they could apply for this and the Innovation Center
Yes.
as well, right? And the
Yes.
Innovation Center grant is more than 10,000.
yes, that can be up to
50.
55, I
Yeah.
believe now.
So there's another incentive through the innovation that this is sort of like icing. If you applied for both, then you could get up to like 65,000.
I'll make that a motion to approve the new construction housing program for $30,000.
Have a motion on the table. Need a second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Heard that.
Aye. Motion carries.
Just tear it down. That's what he said.
Okay, the second thing is we had a residential revitalization grant that came in. This is for 215 West Court. They're wanting to put in on new siding, a couple new windows and some new doors to a home. And so Economic Development Board approved this residential, the shown residential revitalization grant for up to $3,000, which is the full amount of that.
So moved.
Second.
The move and seconded to approve the revitalization loan insurance.
Aye.
Motion carries.
So for the commercial equipment technology grant that we introduced last year, we've heard from several business owners that as to why we weren't getting potential applicants. And so some of it was just to some of the requirements of the previous application. I had primarily me had modeled it after one of our other programs that was a lot more strict. And after the Economic Development Board considered things, they figured we could reduce some of these restrictions due to the fact that it is a it's a $2,000 grant. It's not like we're loaning them, several $100,000. And so basically what we did is we removed the requirement for a full business plan and reduced some of the full narrative requirements. They are still considered to think through their new technology or equipment, whatever they're planning on implementing within their business. And there are still some requirements in terms of are they going to have a decent return on investment? Is this going to be profitable for their company, whether indirectly or directly? And then we also revised the first bullet point under the guidelines under program rules. Originally, it was the business must be established for 2 years, and we changed that to 1 year. And then we also revised the bullet point for if the grant is awarded, the business owner cannot reapply for 5 years. We changed that to 3 years. So the board approved those changes for that grant. And if you do have questions about what they are going to need to describe for their equipment, there is a narrative on the actual first page of the application that talks about, or that goes over what we'd like them to present to the board for information.
Have you any takers on this thus far?
No, and that's the reason that we're changing this is we've received some input from some business owners who have told us if those changes were implemented, they would or would have applied for the program.
Yeah, this is a moving target. If this is what you feel you need to do as a board to make it appetizing to potential people, I think that's probably what we ought to do. I'd make that motion to revise the guidelines.
For the commercial technology equipment.
Yeah.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the commercial technology equipment grant. Moved and seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Let's see, go through. The next thing is just asking for reimbursement for my mileage with the CEC conference trip that I took to Cortland, Kansas. That amount came to a total of $145.
Can we run those through as a voucher reimbursement?
Yeah.
That's-
Told him to do it.
That's, so we did, approval for meal
Oh,
reimbursements for Scott, not, for
Mileage.
mileage
Oh,
reimbursements
right.
for,
Okay. Approve, need a motion to approve salary and mileage reimbursement.
What mileage are we paying? How much are we paying mileage?
0.725.
Yeah, the standard.
75 cents a mile. Is there a meal involved in that 145? That's mileage.
You went there several days,
I
drove
went
there
there
and
2
back.
days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she drove there and back and didn't stay.
Yeah,
You didn't stay at the motel over there in Portland?
But I
actually,
think what
I,
Chris was saying is like, can't she just submit a voucher that y'all sign so that they don't
I'm
have to
sorry, I
do
thought
it?
that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like a pain
I-
for her
I
to
just-
have to.
I just learned, I just discussed this with Brittany here,
Yes.
like literally a couple weeks ago, because ED board asked about it. We were both not really aware, so
Yeah.
we'll change that going forward.
Yes.
Yes,
I'll make it easier on you, I think.
yes.
But for this one, let's do approve the whatever mileage you just said.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to reimburse salaries for travel expenses for them. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, a few more. We had a Smith Center workforce recruitment application that was submitted by the city of Smith Center for the maintenance supervisor for a total of $1,500. This application or this grant is the one that is paid to the applicant after they have worked at that job for essentially 11 months, and then it's paid out to them after they've been there a year.
That's for own position?
Yeah, it's like, this is what I talked to you guys last week, last council meeting about, that I had applied for before Jordan had applied for the maintenance
Oh.
position. So this would be for Jordan, after he stays for 1 year.
They get paid to us or him?
It's an incentive.
But he'd already taken the job
I applied for this before he had taken the job. He has accepted the position.
before this.
Yes.
We were gonna use that for whoever job.
Yeah.
Is this part of that recruitment program deal? No.
No, this is through the Center of Economic Development specifically.
Okay.
What can we do? We already applied for it.
Yeah, we already got it. Anyway, need a motion to approve the $1,500 maintenance supervisor position. So moved.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, in a year he gets that.
Yes.
Will that, on our pay setup, will he get that and a bump?
Gets a bump after 6 months.
Yeah, but the next bump, after a year.
That has nothing to do with it.
This is.
Well, I know it has to do with recruiting a new person. He'd already agreed to the job before.
No.
No,
We
that's not
applied
how.
for that
No.
before.
I applied for I didn't find out that we were approved until after Jordan had accepted it. I applied for this before Jordan applied.
But
And
he didn't know.
No.
No.
I did that before we had any interest, so we could
Use it as.
use it as an
Yes.
incentive. And it just so happened, we got approved and had an applicant within the same couple of days.
I was gonna say, I think the recruitment committee had already approved it and then had passed it on to our board. But then the board just hadn't met yet.
Yeah,
And you guys, then we have to wait for you guys to.
Yeah.
And I hope this, if we need to hire in the future, for a future hire, I hope this is available.
Economic Development's still offering the grant. It should be.
I don't agree.
Well, there ain't nothing we can really do about it though, because it was done before we applied for that grant, before we hired Jordan, or he accepted the position.
He accepted
Before he
it
even applied.
Before the grant. He accepted the position before
No.
the grant.
No.
No,
No.
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 In other words, the only reason he accepted this, well, not the only reason, but he knew he was getting $1,500.
No,
No.
you
No.
had no idea.
He
No.
didn't know he was.
Well, that's
getting-
my point. He agreed to the position without the $1,500. Why are we giving him $1,500 to a position he'd already agreed
I see
to?
what you're saying.
I see what you're
I
That-
see.
In other words, that was no incentive to him.
Right.
He had already agreed.
Does he, does
Yes.
he know he's gonna get that then?
I discussed that it was applied for, yeah. But it's obviously nothing has been approved yet, so.
Well, now I see what you're saying now.
It was intended to use it and advertise it to get a position to be filled. I think we should go ahead and approve the 1,500 because we were going to use it anyway. That's where I'm at. Comments, council?
I'm stuck.
Timing just wasn't right.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I do feel, my opinion, I feel I'm more comfortable in saying that we could offer it to him than saying, oh, you took the job without even knowing you did that. By the way, we're not gonna offer that to you. In my mind, that's not quite right, but,
I agree with you.
if $1,500 keeps an employee from the city for at least 12 months to fill a void that we obviously have, that we're third party paying other people to do for $1,200 a month, it's money well spent. Because that's what we're spending right now.
And with that, he has agreed to take over the airport and the golf course, so we wouldn't have that $1,200 expense anymore. He is agreeable to take those back over. That's something I've talked to him about, instead of having Lacey do it.
So by me saying that, I don't think she was doing anything wrong. I'm just
No.
saying it's a unnecessary expense if we have that position.
huh?
That's on there is on.
One should-
Yeah.
Yeah. It would save money, for sure.
And a council, I would like to have a motion to approve this, but I'm going to do a roll call vote with the four of you. I'll be the tiebreaker, you know, whether to approve or not approve. In agreement with that? So someone make the motion.
I made the motion already.
Oh, okay.
I'll second.
Been moved, seconded to approve this $1,500 for the maintenance program supervisor position. Roll call vote. Yes or no?
Yes.
Tracy?
Yes.
Don? Doesn't matter.
Didn't matter, yes.
Sorry. But you could win no.
Yeah, I could.
But anyway, okay.
Everybody wants it unanimous.
Motion approved. Next item of business.
Yes, same type, Smith Center Workforce Recruitment Application. This was for Landmark Implement for the service manager position, $1,500 or $1,500. Again, this is awarded if it's a Smith Center resident, or I guess I should say resident that is within the 26 county Hanson coverage range. And this would be awarded after that 1 year retention.
So that county thing is still in effect.
Yeah, the county thing's still in effect, and there's actually one right after this one. That's the county one.
This isn't the county,
This is not the county one.
same as what we just got done approved.
Yes, same as what you just got it approved. They do not have anybody for this position.
Sure.
Yes.
I'd move we accept the Smith Center Workforce Recruitment application for Landmark Implement Service Manager for $1,500.
I'll second it.
And I think that's a nice idea, and I would like for the council to consider annexing Landmark Implement into the city limits down the road.
You got approved.
Who seconded it?
Well, motion carry. I listened to the motion carry.
Yes.
Okay, next one. This one is for the county program. Again, submitted by Landmark Implement for the service manager. This amount is up to $7,000. We figure that amount through our matrix that we utilize.
So they're going after a service manager offering them $8,500.
Yeah, can they get both?
No. No.
Because one, you either have to live in the city limits
Yes.
or outside of the city
Yes.
limits.
Yes. Well, and the county one, or I guess I should say the county one, it is, in order to get that one, the applicant would have to relocate from outside of the Hanson coverage area. So they'd have to be eastern Kansas area or a different state or, far west.
But if they're out inside of the Hanson coverage area, what is?
Then they don't get the same.
Then they don't get the
Yeah,
county one.
They'd have
They
to
would
move
only,
here.
they would get the $1,500 one.
Need a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Move second to approve the 7,000. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
That's all I have.
You guys had a busy meeting.
Yes.
Thank you, Valerie. Very good. Well done. Rick is not here. Does anyone have anything from Rick to bring before the council?
Nope.
Jamie, you may have the floor. What do you have to bring before the council?
The only thing I really got for you, we had a house fire in town the other night. And we have, I think, an agreement with the dispatch not to blow the fire whistle between the hours of 10 and 7 or 6 o'clock. And I'd like to change that. Talk to the fire chief and stuff. And I wouldn't have known the house was on fire and walking a half from me if Decker hadn't called and said, hey, we got a structure fire, and he came and come out. You know, and I think at night, if you've got a house on fire, it could be your house is on fire, the people need to be woke up. I mean, you know, I think there's a couple firemen that missed the page that maybe the fire whistle, maybe you would have,
Yep.
you know, got them there, because they needed about every man on deck, you know what I'm saying? So, I think the county commissioners are going to talk to Luanis about this too, because they, you know, for the other communities too, if they have something. But I think it's just not on accidents, you know, if we have something major here in town, gas leak, something, you know, that we have a fire or something we need to, you know, other than structure fire, but I think we need to,
So what times are you proposing?
well, I'm just saying on the structure fire, Chris, I think 24 hours a day. You know, if we have a big incident or something in town.
Or
I
maybe
agree.
like,
I agree.
maybe
I'm just sitting there.
it's like up to the chief, like if he calls back and says, you need to blow the whistle, we don't have enough people.
I
Or just do it every time.
Just do it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just start throwing.
You're right, what you're saying, it's just gonna be a confusing mess.
I don't
Yeah,
know. Should I
just
call
blow
it?
the whistle.
But I would
Maybe
against
some
not
people get
blowing
woke up.
whistle. I think the whistle needs to be blown
Yeah.
at all times.
You used to
you
know.
know.
My house.
That way, the firemen know, I know, you know, sometimes I'm not listening to the page, you know, I don't get the page, so when the fire whistle goes off, I'm kind of watching for what's going on. But I can see why, you know, we've got, you know, siren up there by the nursing home, you know, now and stuff. And some of that stuff don't need to be, you know what I'm saying? We have, you know, the rescue unit gets called out in the county for, you know, accidents and stuff, and you know, they're supposed to go on everything that, you know, if there's airbag deployed, they're supposed to be sent. So sometimes you can get 2 or 3 of them a day, or in the evening, you know, hear strikes or that, but I just think on the structure fire, I think we need to elaborate on that.
I think you need to work that out between the fire chief and
Yeah,
yourself.
no, I'll talk to the monitor.
Yeah, I think it is.
Doesn't matter the rest of you guys, whether you do it or not do it.
I'm good with it.
So work that out. Good you guys. You have anything else, Jamie?
Other than that, I don't think so. I think we've got all the cars fixed up now, so we're good to go on that part of it anyway, so.
Good. Don, you have anything for Jamie?
No,
Chris? No. Tracy?
No.
Eric?
No.
Thank you, Jamie. Brittany, do you have anything else for info of council?
I just letting you guys know I won't be at the next council meeting. The following council meeting.
What do you think you're doing? Think good at Sturgis?
No,
Sorry.
that's in your agreement.
No, I was told you're allowed to go to Sturgis. We
in November.
That maybe would be okay too. We have our budget hearing set for the second council meeting of August. So we'll have the rec and us as well, the city. I told you about Jordan willing to do Lacey's cleaning responsibilities after. So however you guys want to proceed with that. We do have an update. We are made whole again from Western Plains as of last week. So we are good to proceed with that. As for the audit for the employee's hours, they have told him he's to no longer work more than 40 hours a week.
I agree fully with that.
So they are trying to get that taken care of, but we are square now. So that's all I had.
Well, thank you, council, for shaking the bushes and making it right. Standing up. All right. That'll work. Anybody have anything for Brittany, Eric, Tracy, Chris? No. Thanks, Brittany. Good job. Melissa, do you have anything to bring for the council?
The only thing I've got is we need to figure out what we can do to get reconciled. So Mason Miller can help us. They are willing to help, but it's gonna cost us.
And I talked to Dennis today to follow up with what Melissa's saying. Dennis, we have more checking accounts than we need, and we've got a reconciliation problem. So to get us back on track, they're going to charge us 3/4 of their normal rate because this is outside of the scope of an audit. What they have to do for us to get us in line. So it's outside the scope of the audit, and they'll charge 3/4 of their normal rate, and he's estimating it could cost $7 to $10 grand. And he wants council approval to do that, so he can come in and get things where they should be. And he says to take the money out of your revenue accounts, which would be your water and sewer accounts. So it does.
So we're gonna raise your water.
Yeah, that's why I got it.
Well, it's these incidentals that you have.
Yeah, I know.
It's these incidentals that you have.
We just got it.
he would like to have approval from the council to,
Is this something, did this just pop up?
it's been going on.
Like this is,
You remember
But why
when
didn't you say something in our?
Yeah, why didn't you say something before?
it has started since then a year? I'll tell you later, anyway.
Something else that I have discussed with them is maybe eliminating some bank accounts that will help us in the future to not get in this position again.
Well, somewhere along the line, we went from 4 or 5 accounts to what, 11?
12.
12. And these all happened without council approval, that I'm aware of.
I have no idea when they were open. They were already here before I came, so.
And I
Just
talked to a
not
previous
me.
treasurer, and that happened between a previous treasurer and currently. So, anyway. I don't know. So.
I mean, I don't want to move money out of any of the banks. I just want to maybe not
and
Consolidate
consolidate, make more,
consolidate
yeah.
some.
for
You
rent.
can't just tell us over the
How
phone.
much are you on?
Yeah, I can't.
It depends on what bank account it is.
And what month
Oh,
we're
you
in.
have multiple
so
bank
anyway.
accounts that won't reconcile?
Well, I'm reconciling with the bank statements, but I'm not reconciling with the general ledger.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because some of these things are being taken
So we
from
have-
one bank,
we have-
but yet we're using another bank, and so it's throwing things off. It's fun.
Sounds hard.
It's been a real
Well, you get paid
treat.
the big bucks, Melissa.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So you're rolling in the
Keep,
dough.
keep that up,
I would
Tracy.
like to have the council approve that to go forward with the outside the audit scope.
I mean, is it gonna save us in the long run?
Well, not only save us, but they can't do an audit because we don't have anything reconciled.
Oh, really, we don't have a choice.
You just,
I think it would be very helpful for Melissa and I if we know that if they come in and they get it right, going forward, we'll be okay. Because it's really hard for us to go back and know what happened before
Yeah.
our time. It's playing a guessing game. So I think it'd be very beneficial if they came in, got us straightened out exactly how we need to be, then going forward, we can keep this from happening with our new software and everything. I think
Yes.
it'll be,
Getting
It's
in
just- and Dennis explained it real simple. It's like having 15 separate businesses downtown running through one check. And that's what we're into, but now we not only have one checkbook, we have 12. So we've got to get this back in-house, and they can do it. It's gonna cost us a little money to do it. And I'd like to have the council approval to allow Millers to go outside the scope of the audit report to fix budgetary reconciliation problems.
So moved.
Second.
Moved seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thanks, council. Anything else, Melissa?
Not tonight.
Anybody have anything for Melissa? Tabitha, do you have anything to bring for the council?
Nope, I don't believe so. I would maybe suggest like after, so the Western Plains thing, I sent the letter to their attorney as well. I would maybe suggest letting the council know
Mhm.
sooner, like if it's a month behind or whatever, if we need to like put them on some sort of a, if you're more than a month behind, if you haven't paid by this date, we're not gonna pay the next month sort of policy. Maybe this only happens once and you don't have to do that, but if it continues to happen, you'll want to stay on top of it.
And that was discussed with Aria when she came.
we talked about potentially just doing ACH drafts so that they don't even have to drop a check off. We can just start drafting from their account and then that will eliminate anyone losing a check, whatever. So
That's all I have.
Thank you. Anybody have anything for Tabitha?
No.
Tracy?
No.
Council reports, who wants to go first? Let's let Ty go first. He's done. Everett, how about you?
The only question I had, I stopped by the golf course the other day and visited with Taylor. We had to put those trees in because of an insurance deal
Yes.
and bad timing and everything. they're still somewhat green. He thought we had as long as we had them put in by a certain time, they were still warranted, we can get new trees. Is that a-
Essentially, that will have to be checked on.
Yeah, I'll look into that. I'll call them.
It
Okay.
may be,
Do we have to have proof when we had them planted and all that?
That I'll have to check.
Cause they're hanging in. It was a terrible timing to put them in.
Shouldn't have planted them.
Right, but it was an insurance deal. We was on it.
Yeah, the
We had
claim
to
was
do
done in 2024, I think, and we ran out of time. We had until July of
Yeah.
2026, so we could still get our depreciation value back. So it was either do it or lose it. So,
If you could check on that, cause I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to be replanting all those trees. So they're barely hanging on. And they're doing everything
Water
they can on them. They got bags on them, watering them. I mean,
Plant them in the fall.
yeah, absolutely. I agree. But I don't want to be out that money if we're not out that money.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
What did they plant?
oh man, a little bit of everything.
Cottonwoods,
Maples. Yeah. Not really a good time frame in June to be
It's not a
doing
good
it.
time for any trees.
No. But just if you could check on that, I'd appreciate it.
I think there's even a couple oak trees out there.
That's what they're shaped for. They're native. They're gonna live.
Yeah, that's right.
You won't know it for 40 years, but they're gonna still be there in 40 years.
Anything else, Everett?
No, that's it.
Thank you. Don, you have anything right for the county?
No, I don't think so.
Tracy, do you have anything?
No,
right for the
I
county?
do
the
not.
green sparkling thing?
And I thought it was an earring.
Are you
Did I
missing an
lose one?
The only thing I have here is got a new fireman on the fire department. Mr. Kyle Petrick is
No, Kyle.
joined, and so we welcome him to fulfill his 20-year commitment to the fire department.
Hey, good thing, he's got 20 years.
That's right. So, yeah, well, thank you, Chris. I believe that covers all the items that we have in front of us. Need a motion to adjourn. Thank you, everyone, for a good meeting.
So moved.
Move seconded, all in favor, say aye. Motion carried.
It's not that kind of meeting, Josh. Jeez Louise.
can't take him anywhere.
I never.
Josh, you always want to get called a cookie.
Hey, my one note was change your uniform. Says Jill.
But they're starting to show.
Should it?
You're in charge now.
I'm trying. I'm trying to go through, yeah.
You're in charge.
Chris?
You had to get nothing.